Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fans of all ages, what's poppin'? I'm the latest establishment Townzie, bringing y'all my live reaction to Attack on Titan number 107, Visitor. Last time on Attack on Titan, we got the funerals of the various people that lost their lives in the last attack, rescue, whatever the hell you want to call it. And we had Eren preparing himself to fight, getting himself that little man bun. So we start off with Hanj and Eren. She says, "What are you doing?" What will Hanj say to Eren, who's returned home after running away? And then he glares at her. You were looking at the mirror and talking to yourself, weren't you? They still got this nigga in a cage? I mean, well, lock his ass up. Nope, lock him up. Remember what I said last time? I think Eren's retarded. You looked at your own reflection and talked to yourself, saying, "Keep fighting, keep fighting." Is her neck going through the bars? What's going on here? Hello? Is that right? So you said to yourself, "Keep fighting." Not just once, but twice. What's that you're fighting, Eren? Is the fact that you said it twice mean there's gonna be a second round of all this? And then Eren looks back over. You do realize that if you don't talk to me, I won't be able to understand, right? Because I don't think it's a normal thing to do. Standing around talking to yourself makes me wonder what's going on with you, you know? You see, I've never talked to my reflection in the mirror, so I just don't get it. I'm very guilty of drunkenly talking to myself in the mirror. But I really like what you did with your hair. It's just the right degree of messy. It's just like you did your best to make it look like you made no effort, but it's clear you worked really hard to get that look. You look like Gabby. Why'd you come here, Hanj? What do you mean? I came here to talk to you. The first time we met, we spent the whole night talking about Titans, remember? Although I was the one doing all the talking, you listened. And I knew you would never agree to sacrifice Historia. And, I mean, you knew he wouldn't agree with that. Sacrificing. What are we sacrificing it for? That day 2 years ago at the day of the welcome ceremony at the port. So we got all the island devils. I haven't seen you since that day you lifted our ship up out to sea. Nice to see you again. No, you're still not actually allowed to touch him. Sorry. Letting them see you is more than enough. That's plenty for me. Today we should celebrate. Levi needs to relax. It's the first time we're welcoming a foreign official since the arbor was completed. They're from the land of Hizuru, the only country to ally with Paratus Island. I see y'all Hizuru. Hizuru out here making games. They smart. The name of this special envoy we are welcoming is Kiyomi Azumabito. The Azumabito family has strong historical ties with other countries. Because of this, they have a great deal of influence on foreign affairs in their country. She's the head of this family. And then Mikasa looks surprised. She's like, that person. Her features are similar to those of your mother, aren't they? Just as I told you. Hey, Grandma? Is that Grandma? You and her are related. Whoa, you and her are related by blood. Who that is? She related to Levi too? Who that? I need to know. See Mama? See Aunt? It's Aunt Jemima. So we got a bunch of people standing around the table. Do you recognize this family crest? Some swords. And it's an A around a circle. Nigga, that is the greatest family crest I've ever seen in my life. This is an A. It can represent my middle name. It's some swords. And then Mikasa looks surprised one more again. This. Show her, Mikasa. But Mom said to keep it a secret. You showed it to me when we were kids, didn't you? She probably asked you to keep it a secret just in case you get a chance like today. Come on. And then she looks down and undoes the wrap that's on her wrist that I've probably never noticed or paid attention to till now. Either that because I haven't paid attention to it or because she's been hiding it this whole time. Either way, I didn't know that shit was there. But she undoes this wrap that's on her wrist. This mark has been passed on for generations in my mother's family. I've been told to pass it on to my own child when the time comes as well. And the one lady gasps. The people behind her is like, oh God. And is she tearing up? She tearing up. What a noble deed. She get down, look like she got on one knee. About 100 years ago, the land of Hizuru was an ally of the Eldian Empire. the son of the then shogun of the nation, an ancestor of the Azumabito family, had become close friends with the Fritz royal family and came to stay on Paratus Island. Huh. Okay. So they just went to go stay on the island in general. So they was already not coming sort of affiliated with the island. They just had to re-affiliate themselves with the island. Alright. This is because it's been a long time. Then, after the Big Titan War, Hizuru became a defeated nation and lost his favorable position. In the disorder that ensued, well, no one for sure knows what happened, but the descendants of the Shogun family were left behind here, on this very island. And now, more than 100 years later, I get to meet the only person still carrying the blood. I get to meet the only person still carrying the blood of the Orient on this island. You are the descendant of our country's lost leader, the hope of the land Hizuru. So she's sitting down, sipping tea now. What if the Azumabito say it's true? Then Mikasa can have all of the political influence of the Azumabito and Hizuru? I don't know. Isn't she the descendant of the country's most distinguished noble family? So Mikasa is a noble. I still don't understand what you mean when you say country. At any rate, if we can use this to get Hizuru on our side, then so be it. Wait, what if this is a trap set by our enemies? Like I thought, we have to ask Yelena and the others for their opinion. That's exactly what the enemy wants us to do. There's only one thing we know for sure. When it comes to matters regarding the world that's on the other side of the sea, we are nothing but children, gingerly taking our first steps. For now, we have no choice but to quiet down and just listen. We should get back. It's embarrassing to make our guests wait for so long. He right? Don't make them wait. Hey Mikasa, why is Eren the only one who got to see that symbol on your arm? Huh? You didn't show that bandage to anyone. That's just... You seem happy for some reason. I am happy. She ain't the only noble here. Mikasa and both were burdened with... Yeah, see. Mikasa and I were both burdened with a very heavy load just by being born. If Mikasa and I are this alike, then there is no one else I could trust more than her in the entire world. I mean, you had somebody. I'm just saying. Ymir, man, she gave a fuck about you. Just saying. So they all go back into the room, sit down at the table. We are all very honored and grateful in your presence to see that your highness is in good health. I don't know how Mikasa would feel about being called her highness. At this time, please just allow me to say that the people of Azumabito will always be waiting for you, your highness. I understand. So they will always be waiting. So she sound okay, so she sound kind of real. They will be waiting. You ain't forced to do nothing. But they waiting for you. Or because Mikasa's daughter, you know what I mean? If she decides she want Eren, you want to slide, you know what I'm saying? This day is a historical day for both nations. We're all sitting here today thanks to one man, the same man who arranged this whole event. It came to our attention that there is a descendant of the Shogun's family on Paratus Island, and we set up a meeting with Zeke Yeager, the source of this information. Whoa. Mr. Zeke! In return for giving us the means to meet you, your highness, we agreed to pass on the deals of a certain arrangement. What is this arrangement? My mother is a survivor of the Fritz royal family, which means I also carry royal blood in my veins. I've kept this fact hidden from the Marleyan army and been employed by them as the head of the warrior squad. Why would a soldier so loyal to Marley do such a thing? Because fuck Marley! Growing up, I came to understand my father's feelings, and now I carry on his ideals myself. I am the member of the true Eldian restoration movement, but you... Yes, I sold my parents out to the Marleyans. Just disrespectful. Oh yeah, I remember that. Fucking snitch. When I was 7 years old, I learned that the Marleyan authorities had found evidence of the restoration movement led by my mother. I knew I had to do something, or else they wouldn't have just sent my parents to paradise, but my grandparents and myself along with them as well. That's when I decided to act and sold my parents out to Marley. My parents were right, but they were naive. To restore Eldia to its former glory, that playgroup full of self-righteous, pompous men would never have been enough. Even after I turned my back on my parents and gained the rank in the Marleyan army, I crushed the island of Paratus under my feet and killed countless Eldians, the same aliens I wanted to save. If Marley had succeeded in taking back the original Titan, it would have been a means for me to restore the alien nation. After all, the Marleyan army did not know that I possessed royal blood. So he was out on a covert mission. He was under fucking... That nigga was a quadruple agent. He was in on some shit. What the hell? He had all of the intel. Marley does not know what can happen when a Titan with royal blood comes into contact with the original Titan. And your homeland is still... And then she closes her eyes. As you know, we are indeed very much interested in finding a descendant of this shogunate family. But a restoration of the alien empire will pose a great threat to the entire world. This is a fact that we cannot ignore. We might be forced to inform Marley of this little meeting. It's a little unfortunate, but even if we all die here, the result will be the same. Of course, I'm very well aware of that, Miss Kiyomi. We will not be able to materialize this agreement if there is no gain in it, just for the Azumabito family, but for the land of Hizuru as well. Please have a look at this. Here we go. So he reaches into his bag, and she says, "Is that? Huh? You know this item? It's highly classified, even in Marley itself. This is a weapon developed on Paratus Island for the sole purpose of killing Titans. It's called 3D maneuver gear. This isn't something I stole from the Marleyan army. I've taken it from the island myself, so do not worry. I will hand this over to you, but in order to use it, you'll need a special kind of fuel. They called it an ice blast stone. It's a natural resource found underground that has yet to be discovered or mined anywhere but Paratus Island. There have been rumors of its existence for a long time. Many years ago, the king of the Titans dug a huge hole on Paratus. The king of the Titans? What? Who this? Many years ago, the king of the Titans dug a huge hole on Paratus Island, and there he stored the treasure. Rocks, created by the power of Titans that could burn and give light. Although it's not much there still remains of this ice blast stone inside this weapon as well. The people of Paratus Island are probably not aware of the true value of this natural resource, but I'm sure your country is. This information should be helpful in creating an alliance between Paratus Island and the land of Hizuru. So they want some materials. So they want some stuff too. They trying to get their bread up. They trying to get it. So he suggested in that exchange for cooperating with his plan to come here to this island, he would help us get our hands on these resources that could help our struggling country to regain its status as the empire it once was. That was his plan. I mean, hey, she laid it out. She laid it out. As long as they didn't fucking say nothing to them aliens, she laid it out. We don't even know how big these underground deposits are. Still, is she drooling? If what he said is true, their resources here is precious as gold and silver in this age of modernization lying dormant below this island. But we're not here because of our conglomerates have expanded their operations and require these resources, of course. Miss Kiyomi, here. Oh my, please excuse me. Yeah, Lord. That's wild. That's what the fuck? Woman, you in a professional environment. You was in a professional environment. You just gonna drool because you thinking about some... I see a problem. Yelena did just say the negotiations will go well because the Azumabito have a nose for money. So, I was just their excuse for coming here. Look at her face. She just like...
Really, nigga?
Just as I thought, they don't even give a damn. If they don't profit from it, then no other country would ever be interested in this island. So, what's the arrangement you discussed with Zeke Yeager? Historia said. Now she gets serious again, dries up her drool. As you know, Zeke Yeager claims to have a secret plan. It seems that involvement of the Hizuru is necessary in executing this secret plan to save the aliens and the world. The reason for this lies in one of the three conditions needed in order to effectively threaten the world with the earth-flattening weapon, which will protect this island from possible attacks. First, you need to test the weapon. Exhibit just a small portion of that power to the world so they can see how destructive it can be. The second part is where Hizuru comes in. We will help in strengthening your military power so that it's on par with the rest of the world, up until the point where the earth-flattening weapon is no longer needed. But this isn't about bringing in modern weapons. In order to build a modern army, first you'll need to establish a solid foundation of national strength. You'll need to provide the civilians with good education, build a strong economy, create diplomatic prowess, and also a growth in the population would be needed. Fuck. They got a mission. This is a mission. This whole manga series has been a mission. This island is about 100 years behind the rest of the world in terms of development. We don't have 100 years to close that gap. But no matter what, I'll say it'll at least take 50. God damn, what? Eren Kid's gonna be the end of the series and shit. It's gonna be longer than One Piece. Which means you must have the earth-flattening weapon in order to protect this island against potential attacks for at least those 50 years. So the continued possession of both the original Titan and a Titan with royal blood are crucial. That is the third condition. Zeke wants to pass on the power of the Beast Titan to someone of royal blood. 50 years. They don't have 50 years. Give it to Historia Set. She'll only live for like another 7 years. I don't think Eren's gonna want to give her that shit. He gonna have something to say about that. Maybe, possibly. And until their 13-year term, 13 years, I'm tripping. And until that 13-year term is over, they'll need to have as many children as possible. Historia, I'm trying to slide. And then everybody looks in pure terror like, Hanj looks down like, damn, she about to get raw dogged. It'll be over in 50 years, but no matter how many weapons we develop, the earth-flattening weapon will always be the strongest. If we are not able to develop beyond that, then the generation after generation of the royal family will be forced to live in fear of being eaten alive, going through the process of passing on the power again and again. Like I said, people gonna have something to say about that. Just like the Reese family, they'll pass it from parent to child, again and again. Is it fair of us to subject her future children to this impossible situation, just to save ourselves from here in the present? And then Historia looks down, like she's like, alright, whatever. No, this can't be right. She'll never allow it. I understand, she says. Like I said, she's bowing. She's allowing it. She wants the survival of this world, and she's ready to do it no matter what. I'll take on the power of the Beast Titan. The earth-flattening weapon is essential to our survival. We must obtain it. And everybody's quiet. I knew Eren was gonna have to say something. Historia. He stands up. We did not bring down the walls and win back our freedom just so we could live like stock again, just to have children so they could die in order for us to keep living. I cannot accept Zeke Yeager's plan. It's too dangerous to bet our lives on the chance that we're able to maintain the control over the earth-flattening weapon. In the short time that we have left, shouldn't we explore all other options that may be on hand? And then she tears up. Oh man. Of course, there's no need to decide right away. We will carry on as well and intermediate between you and Zeke Yeager as needed. So Eren is still glaring at everything and everybody. Alright, relax. We still haven't found another way. So that was in the past. Hanj was talking. Yeah, what's right? So it's just like an art style with these bars. Her head ain't going through it. It just looks weird. It's just gonna always look weird to me, like she got intangibility or some shit. It's true that Zeke is running out of time, and that Marley's coming up with a plan to invade Paratus. I wanted to feel as anxious about it as you did. And she looks over. But what I don't get is why you would leave the island to operate on your own, exposing the rest of us to great danger. Do you no longer care what happens to Historia? I have eaten the Warhammer Titan. What? Hanj says. It made hardening material come out of the ground and control it free. turned it into weapons and other things as it wanted. It was a tough opponent. I have its abilities now, so no matter how deep underground you can find me, it's pointless. I can get out of here whenever I want. And then he stands up. That nigga tall as hell now. What the fuck? Time skip been good to this motherfucker. My time skip wasn't good to me. I'm 21 and still short as shit. And of course, you won't kill me because I possess that original Titan. And you can make as many threats as you'd like, but you can't kill Zeke either. So tell me, Commander Hunch, what is it exactly that you can do? He get all up in her face. He grabbed her by the shirt, which I don't really condone. Tell me, Commander Hunch, what other way is there? Tell me. And then shit starts to get serious. He about to transfer. Hey, relax. And then his hand is smacked. Eren, you pervert. Still in your rebellious stage, I see you, idiot. Pervert? Pervert, though? Brat. And she goes upstairs, closes the door behind her. Eren, the biggest mistake you made was to pass on the position of commander to me. I don't believe all that. Chill on you, man. Chill. Then we got... Is that Mikasa by the grave? Hey. Hey, you're from Marley, aren't you? Why are you here? This is where the aliens who were murdered by people are buried. Why would you come here? Please stop. We'll take care of them. Please stop. Shit. Why? What are you doing here? Is Sasha really dead? He's crying. My potato girl, man. Is she? Why? What were you guys doing? And he's kneeling down next to her grave still. She was shot by a little girl who came aboard the Zeppelin? That's too stupid to be true. Huh? How? It's not just any little girl. She was what? She was fucking military. A warrior squad candidate, huh? It's my fault. I was too careless. I'm sorry. Why are you apologizing to me? I just cooked their food. He looking down. God damn. My man's is too sad right now. Hey, everybody lost some things, but you good. Everybody lost some people. Especially in this day and age, in this universe. You made her many delicious things to eat. Thank you, Niccolo. How about you, Connie? I was like a twin brother to her. I feel like half of me died along with her. They losing their peoples, man. You all seem to care a lot about my daughter. Yeah, they did. She was gang. She was squad. She was since season 1. I don't know about chapter 1 because I don't remember. But she was since season 1, man. She's OG. Then he tears up still. Excuse me. I'm a Marleyan, a pal. I have a working permit allowing me to work as a cook. Your daughter always ate my food like it was the most delicious thing in the world. So if you don't mind, please come and eat my cooking as well. And he looks, shakes hands. Of course, it'll be for free, right? Sure. And they pan back to the buildings. These are Titanization formulas we've stolen from Marley. It's everything we got. But they would be difficult to duplicate. Since we weren't able to get our hands on the necessary equipment and materials, nor a proper Titanization scientist, that's fine. This is plenty. I cannot express my gratitude enough. Despite our limited knowledge of the world, you lent us your strength and gave us hope. Doubting you volunteers would be an act of a devil. In these past 3 years, we've done all we can to prove that we're allies to the aliens. It's a pity. What? Although we introduced these weapons to your country so you could use them to regain your freedom, you use them to threaten us instead. What's going on? Now what's going on? I apologize for this selfish request, but could you please shut your eyes against this momentary weakness of ours? We have no choice but to shackle Zeke down. I don't mind, Commander Pixis, because the day where we all sit in the same table eating our meals together will happen very soon. You're not the only one praying for that day to come. So they want Zeke, okay. So they just want to make sure Zeke is contained. and put that nigga in a prison with his brother. Probably not with his brother, but whatever. This is my hotel. So they took him to the forest. Any complaints? I can't think of any place more suitable for scum like you. Okay. Levi. Chill. It's a very dense forest made up of trees as tall as 80 meters. It'd be difficult for you to get out of here alone. And you won't be able to get your hands on any boulders. Can't have you throwing stuff at us again, can you? Also, looks like you can have a bit of a fun with your 3D maneuver gear here. This kind of forest is yet another thing you can only find here, and nowhere else in the world. Isn't that right, Captain Levi? I want to show Gabby and Falco this magnificent piece of natural world. What do you think? You seem to be worried about those brats all of a sudden. I mean, they still brats. They can be taught right. Brats are only taught wrong by fucking adults, or unless the brats ain't got nobody else to, you know what I mean, guide them in life. They can still be guided in the right direction. Aaron was guided in a Titan direction when he was a fucking brat. Now look at him now. He's doing weird shit and trying to save the world while doing weird shit, but he's still doing it. Whether they get to see this forest or not depends on how you behave, Beardo. Beardo? You gotta get better lines than that. Gabby, hey, what's wrong? Gabby going crazy still. She probably been going crazy this whole time. It's been like 3 months they've been here. She been going crazy or some shit. I don't know how long they've been here. Hey, hold on. So she's going crazy. Jesus. Is Falco wearing the same shit he was wearing when he started? What's wrong? This dude got chubby cheeks. Hey, young lady, are you okay? It started out of nowhere. I think she's in pain. Oh, boy, she front like a motherfucker. She ain't gonna get nowhere, but she front like a motherfucker. I knew that shit was gonna happen. She fucked him up with it's probably a rock in the fucking covers or some shit. I wonder if Falco knew that was gonna happen too. But yeah, she fucked up his left cheek, knocked teeth out and everything. God damn, he fell on the ground. Wait! She hit him in the head. She definitely hit that man. His head is to the side. She definitely hit that man in the temple. Did she just kill this nigga? It was a brick? She did that nigga like Depot. Damn, we overdid it. What you mean, we? Who is we? Who is we? What do you mean? That was Gabby, not we. What you think this is? Even if we run away, where will we go? We're gonna get killed. That guy was just worried about you. You can't trust those devils, Falco. We can't trust Zeke anymore either. We can't trust anyone. You're a part of anyone. You can't even trust yourself. And then fucking Reiner wakes up. He feels a disturbance in the force, I guess. Did you have a bad dream? Ew, my boy killed 3 bottles. Hey, chill, bro. Damn, put the bottle down. Relax. Chill. I know y'all just got fucked up, but you ain't gotta drink like that. You don't gotta get fucked up. You can't just hand me a bottle on awakening. Yeah, you can. It'd be nice if it was just all a dream, huh? Gabby and Falco, I heard them. Where are they? And then we get to a sunset. I wonder what island this is. Let's go inside, Historia. You have to take it easy. She pregnant? Wait a minute. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa! What? I'm sorry, what? The tragedy that they are burdened. Oh my god. The tragedy that they are burdened with just for being born. The countdown for the next in line begins. What do you mean? Like 4 months has passed? Oh wait. Oh no. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. No, I shouldn't be surprised at this at all, because the whole conversation that they had, with Kitsune or whatever. Kiyomi. The conversation that they had with Miss Kiyomi. That probably happened a few months ago. That just means Aaron was down there for a few months, I guess. So that makes sense that she's pregnant. I want to know who Dada is. Who is Dada? But yeah, that was just hype. That hype I had was confusion, pure confusion. My bad. But it was a pretty interesting chapter. Again, the last few chapters I've liked the last like a lot of chapters that have came out of Attack on Titan because a lot of they had all information, whether it was fighting information or regular and like talking information. We got a lot of juicy details. We got juicy fights with like 3 through 5, and in the last 3 we've had some good ass like development terms of like story and shit like that. Attack on Titan been on a roll, and Attack on Titan been on a roll, and it looked like we're nearing the end of Attack on Titan. I know it was like a year or 2 or something like that ago. They said that we was about in the end streaks. I don't know if they said 70% or if I'm just thinking about One Piece when they said that, but I think it's somewhere like 70% done. So we in that final stretch. So it makes sense that a lot of shit's going down, anyways. But Attack on Titan was never really like boring to me. Like Attack on Titan was never boring. It always had something, whether it was information or action, and it always had my mind blown or something like that. Attack on Titan got a good story. I'm actually gonna go see the season 2 recap and premiere in theaters today. That might end up being like a little video, vlog, mini, something, something for me to throw up for that Attack on Titan love. But as far as the live reaction goes, that's pretty much all I got for y'all this time around. Like I always say, leave a like, comment, subscribe, discuss the chapter below, and y'all have a good one.